And welcome to another edition of Ocean's Pit, a little show about big Monday through Friday at noon, a little lunchtime fun. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're having a great day so far. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. Every show is dedicated to the first responders, the men and women in the military, our veterans who fought for our country, and mostly it's dedicated to people like you who take the time and watch the show for your little lunchtime fun. We have a lot to talk about today. Yes, we're going to cover Green Day. We're going to cover the Super Bowl commercials. We're going to cover Kid Rock. We're going to cover Bad Bunny. We're going to cover Super Bowl 60 and more. So make sure you stick around for this great hour of fun from the heart. It's Ocean's Pit. Let's go to work. Woo! Ho, 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 and good morning, everybody, or good afternoon as it is now. Like I said, Monday, February 9th, and hopefully everybody's recovering for all the hoopla on the Super Bowl 60. I think they should probably they should do a national holiday, right? And give everybody off that Monday, the day after Super Bowl. Probably a lot of people might have called in sick. It wasn't that great of a Super Bowl, but we're going to talk about all that Super Bowl stuff a little later in the show. All right, so before we start, let's get to right business. We're talking about our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. It's time to get your seed started. 8-quart Miracle Grow seed starter mix and or indoor plant mix is 2 for $12. Select a 16-quart bag, 2 for $18. Stock up and save. Buy 3, get 1 free on Ace Basic pleated air filters. And did you guys all know that LED bulbs are harsh, cool white? Not all of them. They also come in bright white and warm white. Get a 10-pack of Fight LED light bulbs are only $9.99. That's less than $1 per bulb. You can't beat that, folks. And they have a lot more great deals here at Ace Hardware, folks. Don't forget Wild Birdseed, 2 20-pound bags for $16. And that runs from February 13th to February 16th. More great deals from our friends from Ace. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Absolutely. And also, folks, let's not forget the next Chicago Music Cruise, which is going to happen January 10th, 2027. It's going to be great again. Tony Ocean and the Main Event Band and Seventh Heaven, of course, going to do it again for the 4th time. This time we're going back by popular demand, back to Royal Caribbean Cruise Line, Orlando, Bahamas, Coco Cay, St. Martin, St. Thomas. Go to ChicagoMusicCruise.com, put in Tony Ocean. Get on the NTD Vacationers mailing list as well. Go to Mary at ntdvacations.com and tell them you want to go on the Chicago Music Cruise. Tell them Tony O sent you. Give her a call at 630-688-1725. That's the next Royal Caribbean Chicago Music Cruise 2027. Join us. It's going to be a lot of fun out on the water. All right, so I want to thank you guys all for tuning in today. Felix, what's up, my brother? Albert, Joey Spins, you got to come on this one, buddy. We got to get those rollies. Mine's still working. I don't know about yours. Mine's still working. Emo, how you doing, buddy? Welcome, everybody. A lot to talk about. First of all, I want to thank everybody that showed up to Chicago Prime Steakhouse on Friday night. Daryl, you did an incredible job. And then, of course, Saturday night, we were at Gusto's Italian family restaurant in Glenview. What a turnout. Packed house. jumping dance floor all night. I want to thank Jimmy Place, of course. What a great place. Great food. Oh, the meatballs had to be this big. I mean, they were giant. And we want to thank all of you that showed up. Ron and Rosemary, Dave and Pam, thank you so much. My buddy Blake, great seeing Fritzy. I haven't seen Fritzy since the Jillies days. Paulina, thank you. And Herbie, it was just great seeing you guys all. Debbie and Ross, thank you guys, and Lisa and everybody. It was a great turnout. And thank you all for showing up. What a great, just a lot of fun. And of course, Double T, Tony Toto on fire. So it was a lot of fun. Check it out, Gusto's in Glenview. Tell Jimmy Tony O sent you, buddy. Great seeing you Friday, buddy. Yeah, we're all doing well, pal, and we're going to talk. We are going to talk. You don't believe how many texts I got. Tony, what's your thought on the halftime show? Bad Bunny or Kid Rock? What'd you think of the game? And we'll answer all your questions, I promise you, as we go along right now. I also, Sunday, what did I do for Super Bowl? Usually, we go to my buddy Dave Antonelli's house, and he has something at his house. Now, last year, we went to a restaurant, but for the last couple of years, I've been going by Dave and April and Mr. A. They put a nice little spread out, and it was about maybe, 10, 15 of us, not that many, but we were all there enjoying the Super Bowl, and of course you put in your squares, and I won the first round here. Here it is, I won $100. It was $65 to get in all three of them, whatever it was. So I came in my first one winning $100. So it's nice, it's just a little fun, right? And of course we'll talk about the new Super Bowl 60, the Seattle Seahawks against the New England Patriots. All right, so we're talking about that. And don't forget, tomorrow is Twisted Tuesday with Carol Brandolino. Now, this Wednesday, folks, we will not be here. No show on Wednesday. We have a show at the Des Plaines Theater at Bourbon and Brass for the main township of Park Ridge. Now, that's going to be Bill Saratellis, Frank Sinatra, yours truly as Dean Martin, and my friend Jeff Siegel as Tony Bennett. So that's why we won't have the show on Wednesday. Thursday, of course, Carol Brandolino will be with us, and hopefully Laura might be able to pop on Thursday. And Friday, the owner of Chef Shangri-La in North Carolina, North Riverside, will be joining us this Friday. He's going to talk about Chef Shangri-La. We're going to be there in March. His restaurant, they're celebrating 50-year anniversary. So Irv, the owner, will be our guest this Friday. So make sure you tune in for a lot of good stuff this weekend. I don't know how many people have went to the Chicago Auto Show. I've only been to one or two of those. I know we performed at a couple. I'm not interested really in the show or the new cars. I lease the same caddy every 3 years. I don't even see the car. I just call Frank. I go, Frank, I need my miles are up. What do we need? And I get the car. So I'm not a big, I didn't go to the auto show. I haven't been to the auto show in years. My friend Seventh Heaven performed there. They had a great, Ryan, how are you doing? Yes, Nick's win. Ricky Stokes, what's up, buddy? I hope you're doing well. All right, so what else we got? We got some more other stuff. We got a lot to talk about. I'm just jumping from one end to another. I want to make sure I get a lot of these little stuff taken care of before we get into the main topic of the Super Bowl and the halftime and all that stuff. This past weekend, according to Fox News, there was some smell that went like some odor of chemicals burning or plastic burning. And I didn't realize it. I seen Kim Peterson LaFews post about it, that she smelled it. And I didn't smell it by us, but I wasn't really thinking about it. But they still don't know what it is. But Fox News made a deal about it, saying that it smelled like it was burnt rubber or burnt chemical burning from somewhere. But a lot of people were complaining about it. I don't know if you guys did. Frank, what's up, buddy? I hope you do well. Teach Isabel Drake is in the house. There's Jimmy Place. Well, thank you, brother. We had a great time. And Jimmy, your place, I'm telling you, Gusto's, Glenview. If you're just joining us, we mentioned it early when we first started the show. A great Italian restaurant. The meatballs, like I said, they had to be a size of softballs. It was just fantastic, a lot of fun, and we hope to be back there. Check out Gusto's in Glenview. Tell Jimmy Place Tony O sent you. All right, so we talked about that. Ford recalling. I mean, there's so much stuff getting recalled, and I keep bringing this up again and again, but the Ford recall, get this, folks, 1.3 million Ford F-150s, pickup trucks, have been recalled, if you got one, due to transmission issues. So if you have that Ford F-150, you might have been already notified a recall of transmission. So you might want to check that out, folks. Double T, great job, my brother. Jeff Hunt in the house, seventh heaven. Woo! All right. I'm jumping. I want to go from different stuff before we get into the whole Super Bowl. I know you guys are waiting for some stuff here. Let's see. National Pizza Day. So go out and support all the great pizzas in Chicago. Because you know how much we love pizzas, all right? I mean, Onesti's got a great pizza. Rosario's got a great pizza. Moretti's got a great pizza. Panini's, Lenny Rego's got a great pizza. So just go out and support pizzas because it's National Pizza Day. What else is good? The stocks. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dow is down 50,000, the first time in years. The Dow down 50,000 down. It is crazy. More speed bumps. The more speeds, the more problems. Yeah, there you go, Frank. Good one on like that. Yeah. So good for all you the stocks. Man, it's down. It's just incredible. The Olympics. Congratulations to the U.S. gold figure skating. U.S. won on that. So very cool. And we're going to talk real briefly about the booing at the Olympics when they mentioned or when they showed the picture of Vice President J.D. Vance. And they said the Americans were booing. To each his own, I guess. But we got to understand the Olympics were in Italy. So most of the fans were from Europe. Obviously, they don't care for J.D. Vance. Obviously. But it wasn't everybody. But it was just interesting how they brought that topic up like I said, they're mostly all Europeans. So it is what it is. All right. So I want to make sure we got that out of the way. Got to get that out of the way. A couple other things here, folks. Interesting. Well, so what did you guys have? I wonder why, Boyd. Well, you know what? I like J.D. Vance, and I like his story, Vice President. I do. So that's just me. Robert General, how you doing? We missed you Saturday, pal. Hope everything went well with the hockey with your grandson. Mary Grievous, what's up, Mary? We did mention the Chicago Music Cruise. All right, so I don't know what kind of food you guys had at your Super Bowl halftime parties or your Super Bowl parties in general. You know, pizza, we had dips and all that different stuff. Jambalaya they made, chicken wings. And I think I mentioned this before. How many chicken wings sold for that day? So far, 1.42 billion chicken wings sold. People were eating. I mean, I had four, just me, so I can imagine how many chicken wings. They're selling tons with that. I mean, it's crazy. Wow. Yeah, so that's a lot of chicken wings. Busy week we got this week, folks. Like I said, private party. We're doing the thing at the Des Plaines Theater on Wednesday with Ocean's Rat Pack, but it's not really Ocean's Rat Pack. It's me is doing Dean Martin, Tony Toto's doing sound, of course, Bill Saratella as Frank, and our friend Jeff Siegel as Tony Bennett. That's be this Wednesday on the 11th. On the 12th, we're going back to the Shea Paul rooftop concert in Arlington Heights. That's a 7:00 hit. Me and Double T. That's this Thursday on the 12th. On the 13th, we'll be in Kenosha, Wisconsin for the firefighters care. It's a Las Vegas night, so Ocean's Rat Pack will be performing on Friday night. And then Saturday, we'll be at the Impact Fuel Room in Libertyville. Ocean's Rat Pack. That show is sold out. We're backed up by the main event band. We're going to have Dante on keys. My good friend Natalie, who great sax player who plays, of course, with Nick Sahajas and the Piano Man on saxophone, and of course Double T. That show is sold out in Libertyville on Saturday, and then Sunday will be at Ron Onesti's Club Arcada Speakeasy for Sinatra Sunday. So it's a big week of shows, folks, and don't forget the 6-year anniversary. Again, if you missed the 5-year anniversary we did at Village Tavern last year, this one's going to be even better. It's, I think it's Wednesday, March 4th. Let me see, make sure I got that right. Yeah, March 4th. March 4th at Village Tavern. Write it down. 6-year anniversary of Ocean's Pit. 6 years. Because of you wonderful people, we still have this podcast. So how cool is that? It's going to be a Village Tavern in Schaumburg, known for their famous chicken wings, chicken fingers. They're going to have that special sauce and those free chicken wings and free French fries. And that is just for the people that are watching Ocean's Pit. So it starts at 6, but the live remote won't happen till 7. So at about 7:15, they'll be giving out that stuff. We're giving away some free drinks. We're giving away some prizes. Of course, Laura Ocean will be there. Carol Bandolino will be there. We have special guests coming. Mark the calendar. March 4th, 6-year anniversary for Ocean's Pit. Richie's Paddy Wagon. Richie, what's up, buddy? Smash Burgers, 1 million sold. We got to get Richie back on the show again. Daryl, what's up, my brother? I think I'm going to see you Sunday at the Speakeasy, me and you. I made something that has nothing to do with the Super Bowl. I made veal. Well, that's okay. Whatever you made, whatever you guys, celebrated that we eat, and like, the traditional pizzas and wings and dips and chips and all that other stuff. Good. So as long as you guys had a good time, that's all that matters. That's all that matters is you guys all had a good time, right? You're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Let's talk about my buddy Jack Vena Landscaping. It's time. It's the season. They offer monthly maintenance programs, bush trimming, spring, fall cleanup, bed mulching, fertilizing, weed control. They offer plant design service installation. They've been servicing the North Shore for over 50 years. Call Cousin Tommy at 847-432-5266. It's that time, folks. The halftime show sucked. Okay, we're going to get to that. That's what Lilia says. The halftime show sucks. Chris Minardi, great guitar player in Chicago. What's up, Chris? All right, so I'm getting rid of some of these other stories before we concentrate on the whole Super Bowl thing. What am I missing here? Of course, last week before our dog Mia passed away at the age of 7. Sunday morning, I had to go pick up their ashes. And you get it in the little urn, and I need the paw print. So we got, we put it on. My sister Natalie put it up on display. It's a sad thing, but they did a nice job. So we have the memories, of course, of little Mia who passed away. Also, entertainer, singer. I never heard of this band, so I couldn't tell you. But unfortunately, Brad Arnold, is that right? Am I pronouncing his name right? He's the lead singer of the band Three Doors Down. He's passed away at the age of 47 with cancer. Oh, it sucks how all this stuff happens, folks, right? Thank you for that, Chris, and thank you for everybody that reached out. All right, let's get to the Super Bowl. Let's get, first of all, to the commercials. The commercials haven't been that great like they used to be. I did like the one with Jurassic Park for the JP Xfinity. I thought that was pretty cool. Most of those actors were all still alive, except for Dave Attenborough. He's passed away, so there was like, an AI of him. But it was cool. I like that commercial. I like the Ben Affleck commercial. I thought that one was pretty cool with the Dunkin' Donuts and getting all those guys on all those old TV stars on the show. I thought that was pretty cool. But, for $10 million a commercial, and it's hard because you got to keep trying to reinvent it every year to make it better than ever. But I'm wondering, out of the $10 million, and I forgot, I didn't get any information on this, but maybe you guys can. $10 million, that was just to get your commercial on halftime or during the Super Bowl 60, right? But I'm wondering if it's more money if you get it placed at certain time. Like, was it more money for the first commercial they shown, or the last commercial, or the mid commercial? I don't know if their money is different. I know it was 10 million just to get the commercial. What the fuck was with Bunny shit? Was supposed to be seriously. What the fuck was that? Frank, we will talk about that, brother. David, what's up, buddy? Hoping you, Robin, are well. So we were talking about the commercials. I wasn't too keen on the commercials. No big, no big deal. There was a couple funny moments to me. Now, you guys could probably think it was something completely different, but that's just me. All right, so let's talk about the game. Super Bowl 60 in California. New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. Of course, the outcome, 29-13, was it? They looked like they dominated. Seattle looked like they dominated the whole game. Their defense is unstoppable. But, not, well, how many? 5 or 6 field goals? It wasn't that many touchdowns. And New England, I feel bad for that kid, Drake May, 23 years old. You know what? You should be proud. He should be proud. He's a 23-year-old kid. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? He was a starting quarterback in the Super Bowl at the age of 23 years old. And he took a slacking. He did. His 40% of his dropbacks, somebody was on top of him. He was sacked 6 times. So overall, to me, I think it was a boring Super Bowl. I wanted Seattle to win, so I'm happy they won. I felt bad for the kid. And I think they had 2 other rookies that played with the Patriots too. Look, thank you, Ryan. It was 29-3. Ellie, how you doing, my dear friend? Ellie Weinhardt, great actress, comedian. What's up, my dear friend? So I thought it was a boring game, the game itself. But I'm happy Seattle won. New England's had a lot of Super Bowls. They're a young team. They're going to be much better next year. And I thought that kid that Drake made was a pretty classy act. At the end, he took all the responsibility, was very humble, was a little emotional when he was talking. And the kid, and thank you, Frank. It wasn't all the kid. The front line wasn't helping that guy at all. Was not helping. So it wasn't all the kid's fault. 23-year-old, he did a great job. 23, man, he's in the Super Bowl. That's kudos to him. And he just had no protection. That had a lot to do, my opinion. So we talked about a couple things too. The national anthem that Charlie Puth, if I'm pronouncing his name right, I thought he did a pretty decent job. I don't know if it was pre-recorded. I guess some of the national anthems are pre-recorded because of the orchestra and all that stuff like that. I don't know. So I thought he did a good job. I forgot the girl who did America the Beautiful. I thought she did a good job with that. I thought that overall, I thought was very good. Very good, I thought. It was, the national anthem wasn't that when I hate when these singers go, and they change all the variety, the tone of the whole thing. Keep it simple. And that's what they did. And I thought he did a good, the guy did a good job at that. My opinion, I thought they did a good job at that. And like I said, even America the Beautiful, I thought that was done very well. He was like Cutler, Frank. Yeah, absolutely. I was born in Italy, very proud of being U.S. citizen, but one thing that makes me boil is why in the world are we playing the Olympics, playing the USA, and putting down they should be proud. I agree with you. It's 200th anniversary of the USA, and they show the garbage money. Okay, now we're going to talk about that. Before we get to Bad Bunny, and before we get to Kid Rock, let's talk about I was wondering, is the Super Bowl shown all over the world? And it is. Okay. 195 countries is where the Super Bowl is shown. In 25 It's in 100 or 25 different languages. Or is that 125? 25 different languages, the Super Bowl, and it's shown in 195 countries. And I didn't know that at first. I just thought maybe it was just an American thing, but it was shown everywhere. So, Olympics coming to Los Angeles 2028. Shit show. Los Angeles is a shit show, right? But it's nice that they're coming here back to the United States. My take on that. Now, what's really weird is, wow, we were so divided over a football game. And what the performance was, a half hour, whatever it was. I don't even know how long the performance was. But let's talk about, before we get into Kid Rock and Bad Bunny and my opinion of it all, let's get to Green Day that kicked it off. When Green Day first started, I thought they were really good. Talented, punk, rock, angry, pissed off, you know. Then, of course, they made some comments about the America, and of course, they're anti-Trump, obviously, you know. I don't care what anybody says or whatever. That's their opinion, fine. But one good thing is when they did American Idiot, they said they changed one lyric or something, but they didn't make it political, to my opinion. I thought they just got up there. They did their songs. They did a medley of some of their hits. And I guess the guy at the end said, fuck you, or something like that, whatever. They got fined for that. Overall, I thought I didn't really pay attention to the whole Green Day thing, but overall, I think they did an okay job. Now, I know that when they perform their own show, when it's just them and you're paying just to see them, it's a completely different type of show too, with their political view and blah, 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 and, you know, MAGA sucks and all this, you know. But I think they did it right with the Super Bowl when it comes to Green Day. They went up there, they did their medley of songs, boom, boom, in and out, came out. My opinion. Bad Bunny, Kid Rock. Let's start with Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio, if I'm pronouncing his full name. He's 31 years old. He's a U.S. citizen, Puerto Rican. From what was perceived before the actual performance that Bad Bunny did, it was he was going to wear the dress and fuck ICE and fuck America and blah, 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 blah. Obviously, that didn't happen. I didn't watch all of it. I'm only going on some portions that I've seen and from what other people told me, because my whole party all switched over to Turning Point and watched Kid Rock. Just letting you guys know. Now, do I hate Bad Bunny? I don't know nothing about the guy. That's like I told you. I heard of him for the first time when he made an appearance, because I watch wrestling. I watch the WWE. I watch Dynamite. I watch AEW. I watch wrestling, TNA, blah, blah, blah. You guys all know that. And he made an appearance. I guess he was a wrestling fan. So I guess, you know, he helped one of the wrestlers last year. And that's all I ever heard of Bad Bunny. So that's all I knew about the guy. Now, the quote that everybody said, that Bad Bunny said, if you're white, I don't ever want you to watch the Super Bowl. That was never said by him. So let's clarify that. Because prior to the Super Bowl halftime, a lot of people were telling me, this is what he said. This is what he said about whites. This is what he said about America. That's not true. That's not true. So let's make sure. At the end, he said, together we are America. So the dancing, the crotch grabbing, all that crap, whatever he did, bringing on Lady Gaga, bringing on Ricky Martin, Jay-Z, I don't know if I think we talked about this. Jay-Z, I guess for the last, I don't know how many years, has actually booked the halftime entertainment shows. David Bad Bunny with a garbage singing the music at halftime, all his language. Didn't even have your TV program to see what he was singing. I also watched wrestling too. All right, Dave, so you know what I meant. Boyd, where is that information know from? I'm saying I'm being positive here. I'm surprised, Boyd. I'm being positive here. Here's what I was trying to say to you. I didn't see that. The only complaint that I have, in my opinion, and it don't mean shit, but it's my show, so I can say that. My opinion, I'm not a fan of him. I don't care for his music. But you guys know I don't like country music that much either. And that was on the other side. I'm not that big of a Kid Rock fan. But I think, since I didn't watch the whole thing, I don't think it was that anti-American. My only complaint I will have for you it was all in Latin, all in Spanish. Now, coming from a family where my mother has got broken English, and when I sometimes used to take her shopping, how people are rude to her and say, hey, we're in America, speak the language. So I'm only telling you what my mom went through, and some of the shit that she went through, that I seen personally. The halftime show in America at the Super Bowl, I wish it would have done. What if they would have did half in English, half in Spanish? Why did it have to be all Spanish? Nothing wrong with Spanish. Nothing wrong with Latin music. I just don't want it at the Super Bowl. I don't want it at the halftime show. That's me. I think that was the biggest complaint from everybody singing, that the language, I didn't understand it. I didn't know this. I knew Spanish friends of mine who said, I'm Spanish. They didn't even know what he was saying. So that's my only take on the whole thing. They say he was going to wear the dresses and do that. Now, he might do this shit on his own show. But press 1 for English. There you go. See, that's my biggest take on it, guys. That's my biggest take. According to TMZ, whether you follow it or not, or you believe it or not, 28% of people liked the Bad Bunny halftime show. The Kid Rock show, 72%. According to TMZ. According to TMZ now. Not me, TMZ. The actual people who watched the Super Bowl halftime show with Bad Bunny, 142.3 million people. Much higher than the last year's performance with Kendrick Lamar, which I didn't watch that either. But they had 2025 was 123.4 million views. So this guy, Bad Bunny, had 142.3 million. Huge. Bringing in Lady Gaga, bringing in Ricky Martin. But also Jay-Z, why he probably also got booked on the show. He's on Jay-Z's label. Jay-Z takes care of his own people. You can't blame Jay-Z for that, getting work for his people on his label. I just wish that it was not all in Spanish the whole time. You know what I mean? Bad Bunny had a bulletproof vest on. Yeah, Lily, I didn't know. You know what? Well, there is a lot of wackos in this world. Either way, whatever party you're on, there's a lot of wackos, and we've known that already. This is wrong. It's American. Bad Bunny made history in the Super Bowl halftime show on February 26th at Levi Stadium, becoming the first Latin soul artist to headline with a primary Spanish language performance. The Puerto Rican superstars said celebrate Latin, including weddings. Oh, yeah. And that too. Someone did get married. Thank you, Larry. Someone did get married on halftime. That was true. There was actual real wedding going on through that. So, like I said, it's not an anti-American, but it was pro-Puerto Rican, and I agree. Together we are American, then presented all American. Yeah, like I said, to me, I don't think it was an anti-American thing. I just wished he would have sang some stuff in English because he does speak English too. I mean, it's not like he doesn't speak it at all. If they, you know, what would have been really interesting. And look, I did turn on and watch Kid Rock. I did. I actually watched that and watched the other country singers. According to Turning Point, 66.1 million watched it on YouTube, 6.1 million on Rumble. I don't even know what the Rumble is. 5.0 on OWN. So total 27.2 million overall, 127 million. Maybe they're saying after. So it's just weird. Chris Minardi, I attended an un-Super Bowl party, played guitar, sang, enjoyed all traditional galleries and Grub TV News turned on. All right. The Budweiser commercial with the eagle was the best. Buddy, I didn't really see it. So that's, he has 2 months ago on CLN, he spoke English. I thought Puerto Rico was part of the United States, so why not represent? Oh, boy, see, you're getting the wrong message here, pal. He can present all he wants, but why all in Spanish? Excuse me. Thank you, Boyd Emo. He was on Saturday Night Live and he spoke in English. So why didn't he do half and half? Come out, do one song in Spanish, do one song in English, do one song in Spanish, right? I think everything would have been, I think it was really, people were just taking this shit over the top. Turning Point, I didn't know any of the entertainers that are on Turning Point. I don't know any of the country artists. No clue. I love Kid Rock only because of his attitude, that attitude he has. He's like the Johnny Rotten. He's like the Keith Richards. He's like, that attitude that I like about him. And he is pro-American. So I liked that part. I don't know too many Kid Rock songs. I couldn't tell you, but I like that. So I chose Kid Rock over Bad Bunny. Would have been interesting. And guys, I want to know what you guys think about this. Would have been interesting if they had 2 stages. Halftime. One on one side, Bad Bunny doing his songs. Other side, Kid Rock doing his songs. Or half and that, whatever. And put them both on so then everybody in the audience and everybody watching that TV would have said, okay, that's cool. Bad Bunny, which drew over 130 million viewers, setting all-time record, and conservative alternative show, Turning Point featured Kid Rock, which gathered 8 million viewers, more than 6 million. No, Larry, you might have checked that out. 6.1 on YouTube, 6.1 on Rumble, 5.0 on, so it was a little bit more than 6 million. But what I'm trying to say to you is, I didn't care. My point that you guys aren't listening is, he had to do the whole performance in Spanish. And he speaks English. So how about half and half, and it would have made everybody happy? Am I completely wrong on this? Danny Ramundi, how you doing? That would have been like midterms, right? Good one, Frank. So that's my take on it. I just wish he would have sang in English because, like you said, 2 months ago, he was on Saturday Night Live, and he spoke English. So is he representing his country? God bless. You should be able to. But you're also performing in San Francisco. You are performing there. Yeah, I know. But if everybody got along and we didn't have such you're right there. There you go, Boyd. You're right. Kathy, great seeing you Thursday, honey. 100%. Pack is in the house. No, you're not wrong. Thank you, Rick. Bad choice. All the Bad Bunny albums recording are in Spanish. He has never recorded in English. Craig Olson, what's up, buddy? I didn't say he didn't record it, but he was on Saturday Night Live. He did talk English. So there you go. I didn't care for it. Don't care for it. I don't care for the music. I don't like country music. I don't like new country, guys. I don't like it. It doesn't make me a racist. It doesn't make me, I just don't like it. Okay? You know how many people I know do not like Dean Martin? You know how many people I know do not like Frank Sinatra? It does not make you a racist if you don't like the music. Okay? It's that simple. Here, guys, I got tickets to go see Menudo free at my day off. Someone says, Tony, I got tickets to see Menudo, or I got tickets to go see Coldplay. I can't stand Coldplay, but I'll go see Coldplay first. Just me. Just me. So make sure before you guys go out and say Tony hated the fun. I didn't care for Bad Bunny's performance on his on halftime. I respect him as an musician, a songwriter. He's playing the Super Bowl. We're not. He's representing his country, which I thought was great to do. Me being Italian, I can understand that. I just wish it was. I just wish it was more, all of it in English, or half and half, or something. You know what I mean? That's just me. Obviously, it's not just me either, because it was pretty split. I mean, there was a lot of people that did turn it off. Now, mind you, with the 6 million or 8 million or 10 million, we don't even know exactly how many people watched Turning Point, whatever it is. I knew a lot of people that watched the Super Bowl didn't get off their chair to change the channel, didn't care to. That wasn't their main thing to do during halftime. A lot of guys couldn't even find it on YouTube. So a lot of people just said, it is what it is, and whatever it was. So there was people who actually didn't watch it, planned to not watch it, made sure it is. So it is what it is. What happened to George Strait? I don't know if George Strait was supposed to be on. I heard that. Most racists don't realize they're racist. Oh, okay, Boyd. I don't know. I'm not racist. Me. I just didn't care for the Bad Bunny show. Case closed. Now, you know how many people told me they didn't care for the Kid Rock show? I didn't care for Kendrick Lamar. I didn't care for Black Eyed Peas. And you guys want to know what's so weird about this, ladies and gentlemen? Before 2020, or right, the last, how many years, nobody gave a shit. It wasn't such a big deal. Me, I just wish they had some rock bands on the halftime show like they used to. I'm just a grumpy old Italian 63-year-old. There could have been other bands that could have been on there. They just didn't do it. So NFL did what they had to do. Yeah, it was on OWN, right? OAN, yeah. So that's just me, guys. Just me. So make sure before you guys start posting, or, hey, Tony didn't like, right, Carol? How you doing, hon? See you tomorrow. I just didn't care for it. Look, I'm a diehard Sex Pistols fan. I know people that can't stand the Sex Pistols. They're from England. You don't like them? Are you racist too? Because they're from England? You know how many bands that did not play? Big Buddy was a U.S. citizen. He's a U.S. citizen. McCartney, I don't know if McCartney is. I don't know U2 is. Then they play the. So it wasn't my cup of tea. But the point I'm trying to say is, guys, it was that divided. There was people that actually were crazy about not watching it because of what and let's put this, hi Rose, how you doing? Johnny Rotten, how about it, hanging and banging? Let's put it this way. You know what was the worst thing about this whole thing, guys? Whoever's watching, the media prior to the actual Super Bowl performance halftime, they're the ones that really pushed the hate and more divide, right? They're the, I ain't going to listen to him because he's going to do this and he's going to do that. And it was done on purpose, Carol. I agree with you that too. It was done purposely to separate this country, to split this country. Back before the whole pandemic, flu, COVID, whatever you want to call it, we weren't that crazy, were we? Over a halftime Super Bowl? It was mostly like they were more concerned with that than the actual game. That was my take on it. That was my take. I knew guys, the younger kids, people I know that are younger, they didn't care for it either. They didn't care for the Bad Bunny thing, and they were the younger generation. Gene, how you doing, buddy? Welcome. I think people would have been so upset if he also sang a song or two in English. Maybe they'd be upset too. Maybe. I'm just going, guys, on my what I thought of it. You're right. They probably, Gene, you're probably right. They probably would have hated it even if he's saying English. I didn't care for Kendrick Lamar the year before. I didn't watch it. It's not my thing. Not my thing. It's not my thing. Barb, I totally agree. It was separate, the country. I don't get it. Not even English. Okay, so you see, a lot of the people that are complaining on this show here or that called me, it was because they didn't sing in English. Here's a perfect example. Have you guys ever been to Europe and tried talking their language? Have you ever been to Germany or Ireland or Italy? And sometimes, or France. Oh, they're the worst. You think you're going to learn the right thing and go to France and speak their language. They hate Americans, number one. And God forbid you try to butcher their language. I don't think Fox and News, but I think they all did, Craig. It all depends. We know what side you're on, so I'm not even going to listen to what you have to say because you're not even open for conversation. At least my friend Boyd, at least he's open for conversation. I think the media destroyed it to divide us. And if you're on the conservative side, Kid Rock was the guy. If you were on the liberal side, Bad Bunny was the guy. I mean, really? They started the bullshit about him wearing a dress and everything, and the wearing the dress and the dry stuff. Yeah, the media started all that, right? And they did their job, guys. They did their job. They split us up. They did their job like they do every day, guys. Liberal or conservative, we watch the shows we watch. It doesn't have to be a halftime show. I watch Gutfeld. I don't watch Jimmy Kimmel. There you go. That's not the Super Bowl. That's just me. Patrice, how you doing, my friend? Right? But you didn't see pictures of Bad Bunny leaning on Trump's desk at the Oval Office. Okay, so here you guys. Now you guys are going to go with I'm trying to be, whatchamacallit here. I'm trying to be, just telling you, because obviously you guys are pissed off at me because I didn't like Bad Bunny's performance. Guys, do you know how many people out there don't like my show? This show, or even when they come and see me perform? They don't care for me. They're like, oh my God, I can't believe that they don't like me. It's got nothing to do with that. Here, right now, so far in the United States of America, ladies and gentlemen, we can dislike and like and all still get along. I like Verizon. You know how many people say, I can't stand Verizon. It's the worst. I like a Cadillac. My buddy's got a Lincoln. Cadillacs suck. I don't like Crocs. Does that make me a racist because I don't like Crocs? Crocs is the enemy. Right? Pauline, I love you too. You and Herbie. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, I didn't care for the performance. That's just me. And I respect what the guy does because, guys, put it this way. He's playing the Super Bowl. I'm not. And a lot of other people aren't either. Just like the 23-year-old kid who was a quarterback for the New England Patriots. Did he get destroyed? Yes. Did he lose the game? Yes. Did Drake, the rapper, bet $1 million or something that the Patriots are going to win? He lost? Yes. That doesn't make it because we don't like him. I don't know any of his buddies' music. I really enjoy Kid Rock. Well, Patrice, like I said, people shouldn't get mad at you. Everyone has an opinion. Grow up, people. Well, thank you. No. Call it like it is. Red, we're wearing Kid Rock, and everybody that knows something about something, watch Bad Bunny. Okay. Like I said, one more time before you guys all explode and say, oh, Tony did not care for Bad Bunny's performance. Is he talented? Absolutely. Is he respectful for his country? Absolutely. Did he support his country? Absolutely. There you go. I give him credit for that. Just not my cup of tea. Salute. That's it. Bears fans. I'm not a Bears fan. Come on, it's the same thing. Thank you, Robert. Marty Malarkey, what's up, buddy? Marty, of course, the head concierge over there at the McCormick place. I'm sure you're real busy with the auto show. Let's talk about the guy who streaked, right? Was that took his shirt off and I guess on his shirt said FX, Alex, FX, ALEX, and forgot. I guess it's a Instagram account for stock trading. The guy that ran onto the field. Now, I had a story and I can't find it. I'm sure I'll talk about it when I find it on my phone. I think the guy I don't know about this particular guy, but there's guys out there that get paid. They took a bet that they won't run into the halftime show and they make so much money. So they get arrested, they do their time, but they get some big money in return. Now, I don't know what the deal with this was when the guy got tackled. Hi, Bill, I like you. I just don't like your politics. There you go. That's what I mean. I love you, Boyd. I don't know you that well, but we just don't get along about politics. But I still think I love him because he jabs me all the time. But that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do. That's what makes it so much fun. Like when you go into a bar and you're watching, like everybody's rooting for the same team or the same boxing match. Isn't it nice that someone comes in there and just votes for the other side just to get ruffle some feathers? Isn't that fun sometimes? You know? Crazy. I love you guys too. I appreciate it very much. You know, it's also I love weather and I love Ace Hardware. And the weather today, the weather is for Monday, February 30 degrees, 59% humidity, 7-mile-an-hour winds. It's sunny out. It looks like it's going to get a little warmer this week. So go out there and have a little fun. Be careful. That's your weather brought to you by JRC, Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local, our good friends from Ace Hardware. So that was my take. Also, let's not forget Armando Supermarkets, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin. Meats. They have groceries. Besides that, they have meats. They have prepared food, rotisserie chicken, a lot of good stuff at Armando Supermarkets, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois. Buy local, shop local. Our good friends from Ace. There you go. That's what I get paid for. Oh, so I got to get you on the show, Boyd, please. Tell you got to keep sending out those Hallmark cards because, I'd be your number one customer, my brother. I would be your number one customer. 12:54 here, a couple more minutes. And some of the stuff that people were saying on social media. Hey, also, folks, this day in music history, February 9th, 1964, 73 million people gathered around the television to bring, ladies and gentlemen, we got a really big shoe. Here they are, four boys from London, Liverpool. Here they are, the Beatles. Ed Sullivan, Beatles hit America. 73 million people, February 9th, 1964. I got your favorite cigar when you get to Lake Geneva. Bring Joey Spins. I have one for him too. Well, we will. May 9th is our first show in Lake Geneva. And going through all this stuff, what we watched and what we didn't watch, and how many people, oh my God. I couldn't believe everything that came up. Some Super Bowl facts. Sam Darnold. Darnold's? Anyway, the quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks, the winning team. His father was the Marlboro guy. Remember the Marlboro guy on the TV ads and the commercials? That was his dad. Dick Hammer was his name. All right. Use your imagination on that one. Drake bet $1 million on the Patriots to win. Obviously, he lost $1 million. But that guy can probably afford to lose $1 million. Jason Myers, the kicker for the Seattle Seahawks, makes Super Bowl history with 5 field goals to carry the Seahawks offense. 5 field goals. Parking for the Super Bowl, folks. $400 to public park. $400 for public parking at the Super Bowl. Here you go. I'm just trying to get to what some people were saying. The NFL is a marketing genius by booking Bad Bunny. They played both sides of the side perfectly. Half the audience tuned in because of the political rivalry, the other half. So there you go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Done to us again. And you're talking about different lyrics. An American performer singing in English about Jesus, something the Democrats want no part of. Frank Fico sent that in today. I don't know if that's the case, but it was cool to hear about the Bible and Jesus. Not that I'm a Bible puncher, but I do believe in God, and I say it. I wear a cross not only here. I do God Bless on my show every year. I wear a cross in my car, and I thank every day of my life that I'm alive and my family's good and I'm good in my career. So I believe in that. The Marlboro man go and smokes rings in Times Square. Oh, okay. There you go. What's a Dick Hammer? That's the guy's name. It wasn't a sexual thing. General, what are you thinking of? This is a family show. Here, Paul Freeman. Paul, good guy, was on a cruise with him. What does watching a specific Super Bowl halftime show make you more or less patriotic? Great marketing, though, by the entertainment industries. They made big cash off the separating it. Don't get it. I'm a veteran, decided to watch Bud Bunny version and America or less if I watched the kid version. Right. Does it make you American less if you watched Bad Bunny and not Kid Rock, or vice versa? No. Not at all. And then I guess when Bad Bunny gave the Grammy to the kid that he gave the Grammy to, there's a famous kid that ice guarded when his dad ran away that inserted political. See, there was some political stuff, but really, I don't know. I think overall, to my opinion, just like I said, I just wish they would have done, or maybe just like Boyd said, half of it, put something in English too, but then I think the hates are going to hate no matter what. Richard Bellman says Roger Goodell needs to go. Why would any person running one of the top American sports run other flags than the American flag? This is an American sport, an American pastime, and it's slapped every American in the face by bringing bang on whatever happened to agree. So here's another guy's point of view. But like I said, someone said 195 countries do watch the Super Bowl. It's in 25 different languages. 5 million watched the alternative halftime. Well, we don't know exactly how many, but yeah. So that's still a lot of people, guys. If Bad Bunny had 142.3 million overall, and Turning Point had 6 or 7 or 8 million, 10 million, it's still a lot of people separating and watching two different halftime shows. Which, let's be honest, guys. Back in the day, before all this bullshit came up, when halftime, if you didn't like it, you got up and made a sandwich, right? I don't know, folks. I don't know. What do we got coming up next week? The 21st will be at Taverna of February, Melrose Park. On the 25th will be at Rookies. No, I'm sorry, 25th. We'll be at Rosario's in Roselle on the 25th. On the 26th, Positano's with Jerry Jams and Regina Karma coming out. Regina Karma on the 26th. Lisa P. will be in Florida, but Lisa P. will be back with us in March for our 2 shows in March. On the 28th, we'll be at Rookies. March 7th, we'll be at Johnny Cab's. March 19th, we'll be at Chef Shangri-La, which Irv, the owner, will be our guest this Friday, celebrating Chef Shangri-La, celebrating 50 years anniversary. March 21st, 28 Mile. April 1st will be at the Hard Rock Casino in Rockford with our rock band, the Dream Police, tribute to Cheap Trick. Woo, woo, woo. And March 4th, guys, Village Tavern, Schaumburg, Ocean's Pit 6th anniversary show. We sold it out last time. Come, free chicken fingers, free fries and stuff. That's for the people watching the show only. So you have to get there early. And of course, 6 o'clock, get there, but the show will start. Live broadcast will be at 7 o'clock. Yeah, we have to pray for Savannah Guthrie's mother. I don't know. We're going to talk a little bit about that tomorrow. What else we got here? So birthdays, real fast birthdays. My good buddy Willie Rizzo, the son of Jilly Rizzo. Of course, Jilly's on Rush Street, where I played there many years. Creed, batter, of course, from Grassroots. He was also in the TV show The Office. Carole King, 84. Joe Pesci, 83. Gary Coleman. Jules Verne, my favorite mystery writer. Robert Duvall, great actor. Jack Lemmon, I love him. Helen Mirren, 81 years old. Joe Madden, for all you Chicago Cub fans. My good friend Joanne Lulo, wherever you are, happy birthday. Big Show for you wrestling fans. Vince Neil of Motley Crue, 65. Sinbad, former comic. Sensational Sherry, for all you wrestling fans celebrating a birthday. Garth Brooks, 64. James Dean. And Chris Rock, 61 years old today. Well, tomorrow, Twisted Tuesday with Carol Brandolino. Wednesday, there is no show. We have a Rat Pack show on Wednesday. Thursday, Carol Brandolino will be back, and hopefully we get Laura to pop in for a little bit. And then Friday, Irv from Chef Shangri-La. And we're going to be there at Chef Shangri-La on March, make sure I got this right, March 19th. It's a Thursday night. It's in North Riverside for like Hawaiian tropical drinks. And Irv's going to be on the show because they're celebrating 50 years in the business. That's huge, guys. That's huge. And speaking of huge, what's huge? What's big? Ace Hardware. That's what's big. Save on all supplies you need for your next paint project. Buy one, get one 50% off on Clark and Kensington or Royal Paint. Select Ace paint kits, including tray, brush, rollers, and select Frog Painter's tape. See an in-store ad for a coupon of 25% off all one regular price items under $50 or $12.50 off any item over $50. Some restrictions apply. That is your friends from Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Everybody, our good friends from Ace Hardware. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you for listening today. And just telling how I feel and stuff. And overall, I thought the Super Bowl was fun. The overall part about it, folks, is everybody getting together and having some cocktails and having some food and talking shit and having fun with friends or family, whatever you did. That's the main purpose of that Super Bowl, too, besides all this other shit, right? Buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment. Be kind to everybody, folks. It's tough. It's not tough to be kind, but it's with everybody attacking all the time over political crap. Who knows? And if you're offended, change the channel. Some of you do. Some of you come in and out. Any show you don't like, change the channel. Just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. Respect everybody. Try to get along. Go out and have some fun because life's too short. Ringo Starr says peace and love. God bless you all. And thank you so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Have a great day, everybody. Nick Hodges, take us out, piano man.
Time to go, it's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
Bye-bye, everybody. God bless.